I'm Darlene and welcome back to my channel, Super at 60. I'm happy to have you here today. I'm gonna make a delicious soup today. Oh, I can't wait to make it. As a matter of fact, I've been thinking about it all week and I finally got in my kitchen this morning with a little bit of time where I could put it together. And I'm desperately trying to teach myself how to make soups for two. You know, so you don't have that great big pot of soup for a week. You know, sometimes when you bring that stock pot out, everybody knows, oh no, we're gonna be eating whatever's in there, we're gonna be eating it for a week. Well, I love soup that much that I could, but I don't always want to. Sometimes I just want a particular kind of soup, a one and done, and that's it. You know, and it's just Lou and I, like I always say. I'm not expecting company tonight, so but if I were, I have a feeling there would still be plenty. I'm still trying. I'm really trying hard. If you have any tidbits, any comments, any ideas, anything you can throw me, let me know in the comments below of how to make a soup for two. I need to learn to do that. Other meals I don't seem to have a problem with, but soup, I guess because we're throwing so much in there, it's hard to know. It's just hard to know when to stop. Stop with the carrots, stop with the onions. So anyway, today it is an Amish market kielbasa creamy potato soup. This soup is so packed with flavor. It is absolutely delicious and it is company worthy. If there were to be some people stop by tonight, I would not be afraid to share this soup with them, not one bit. And of course, I'm making that great big beautiful cranberry orange sourdough loaf that's gonna go so beautifully with this. Now, the Amish market idea, I had an Amish mom, and I'll plug her picture up here somewhere. She didn't mind having her picture taken. In fact, she loved it. She really did. And she worked at that Lancaster market. If you've ever been to Lancaster, Pennsylvania and been down to that old farmer's market, it's the oldest in the entire country and it is spectacular. She would tell me about this soup, this kielbasa soup that she would have pretty much every day for lunch. It was just one of the things that the Amish or the Mennonite women down there who work down there and in the kitchens would make, and that was part of the lunch menu. So I never got to try it actually, but Annie never had the recipe, but she tried, bless her heart, she tried to put it together for me as best she could. And I have a feeling it is extremely close to exactly what those women served. I think I'm gonna nail this soup today. This is just a Polish kielbasa. Hope you can see that. Pretty good size. This would make a very good size soup. You know, if you're making it for a large pot for a whole family, big family or a big group or something, I would go ahead and cut the whole thing. But I like to do a lot of things with kielbasa, so I have no problem having extra of that. Not at all. And I'm just going to take this little piece here and I'm going to cut it up too. I'm going to cut everything up in about the same size pieces. All right, and I'm gonna cut this up nice and small just like the other pieces. I try to keep everything about the same size. And instead of just throwing the meat in, you know, once the veggies are done and stuff, I'm gonna put them in. I really like to have my meat browned a little bit when I am making a soup, particularly kielbasa or any kind of sausage. It just tastes, it brings out a different kind of flavor. It really does. So yes, that's gonna go in the pan here when I brown all these vegetables, and we're gonna do that right now. I still have that beautiful jar of lard that I made, oh, I don't know, a couple videos back. That was so much fun. I cannot wait to try that again. And I'm gonna let that just get nice and heated here. Yeah, I'm really excited about eating this soup tonight because we haven't had it in quite a while. I haven't had kielbasa in the house for a while. I don't know why. It's usually not too terribly expensive, but it did happen to be on sale when I did get it. So I don't know, maybe that's what's making me so happy. So I'm going to go ahead and put in all of my vegetables and the meat. It's all going to just go in here and brown up really, really nice. And then we'll add all those other fun soup things. You'll see this is a fantastic weeknight meal. It is also a fantastic company meal. If you're having company tonight and you need to double, triple this, go right ahead. You know how soups are sometimes. Those of you who are making soups, this little piece didn't get cut, so I'm going to just tear him apart. But yeah, you can make soups for just about any size, except for me. I have a hard time, as you well know, I have a hard time making soup for two. Right now I'm just gonna try and stir it a little bit just to get all the flavors dispersed in there. Also, all those little brown bits that were on the bottom, I want to make sure and get those up because that is so much flavor right there. And that's probably coming from, a lot of that is coming from the onion and from, of course, the kielbasa itself, which got a nice brown color on it. It just looks beautiful. Oh, it's stunning. Really gorgeous. All right, I am just gonna let this cook away for just, let's say, I'll put the top on for about 15 minutes. We'll come back and I'll show you what else I'm gonna do with it. All right, if you hear a lot of fan blowing noise, that is my convection oven fan. It's on, there's nothing I can do about it. It's baking that delicious bread. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'll try and talk loud. Anyway, look at that soup. Isn't that beautiful? The only thing that it needs right now, and I always add this, about 2 tablespoons of butter. It's not even quite 2 tablespoons. Let me get just a wee bit more. 2 tablespoons of butter and approximately 2 tablespoons of some flour. Just AP flour is fine. This is going to be our roux, our thickener. This is really what's going to help put this soup just right over the top. All right, generally, you know, when I put my soups together, when my veggies go in, that's when I put my butter and my flour in, and that's when I make my roux or my thickener. And I didn't do that this time, which is perfectly fine because there's lots of times I don't either, like now. So I just took my whisk out just to make sure that there's no little flour lumps, and I'm just going to whisk it through, and it's nice and hot. It's going to just heat those little lumps away anyway, but it sure is getting nice and glossy and thick. You can just see it, and it smells like $1,000,000. Oh, it smells so good. Yes, make sure if you make this soup, don't skip that step where you go ahead and pre-brown, if you will, the veggies and of course the chopped up kielbasa. Oh, it looks so good, so good. You know what, if you don't like kielbasa but you like the idea of this soup, go ahead and get some Italian sausage and do the same thing. Just cut it up. Of course, it will not be pre-cooked. You'll have to cook that, but that's okay. Just throw it in with the veggies anyway and cook it up, and that'll be just fine. And that'll be a delicious soup. All right, this is really, really looking good. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. I'm gonna put in some green beans, just regular old canned green beans. If you have your own canned, you know, like fresh canned, oh, please use them and think of me when you do, because I wish I had them. Oh, wow, I wish I had some delicious, fresh, homemade canned green green beans, but I don't. All right, there we go. Now that was like a little less than half a can. So I'm doing good. I think I'm doing good here. Yeah. Now the way that I'll know that this soup is ready and done, like I said, this is not a soup that you have to put on the back of the stove and wait all day for. As soon as these potatoes, it's these guys right here. When the potatoes are nice and soft, that's when your soup is ready. And right now, and also the carrots, I guess, because they're pretty hard too. So the carrots and potatoes, as soon as they're done, we're done. The green beans, just kind of wait to put in like towards the end like I just did. Okay, I've got salt and pepper in here. Yes, let's go ahead and put in a little bit of garlic powder. Even though I put fresh garlic in there, well, canned fresh, came from a jar, and a little bit of onion powder, and I know there's onion powder. I know there's onion already in here too, but like I always say too, I love the flavors of the powders or the granules, like granulated. I like that very much as well. So either one is fine. If there's a sale, I'll take whichever one is on sale, and I'll be more than happy. Okay, very, very good. Oh, this is beautiful. I have some extra stock out, but it doesn't look like I'm going to need it because I like what I'm seeing right here. I like the thickness of this right here, right now. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of, can you see that? Heavy whipping cream. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put it in. Just a little bit. It just really makes the soup nice and rich. And Annie said that the soup was always so rich and creamy. And that just kind of made me know, well, there's got to be a roux in there, I'm sure. And probably a lot of Amish people are dairy farmers, so they can get their hands easily on any kind of milk product, like half and half, or cream, of course. Well, there you have it. Now you know the secret of the Amish market kielbasa creamy potato soup recipe. It is so delicious. That kielbasa, the flavor of the kielbasa, the smokiness, you know, it just kind of makes its way permeating through that potato soup. It is so delicious. Truly, truly something you are going to want to try. And make it any time of year. Make it any time you want. And you know what? I think I did nail it today. I think I did really, really well, maybe for the first time, for getting that soup down for 2. I think Lou and I are going to enjoy 2 hearty bowls of soup tonight. And I bet you anything, there's not going to be anything left. Maybe a spoonful or 2, but somehow I don't think so. I think I did it just right. So I'll try and get that recipe down below for you, just like I made it today, so that you too can also make it for 2. Because many of you always are asking me, darling, can you make recipes for 2? It's just myself, or it's just my husband and I. And I'd like to have some more recipes just for 2. So here you go. And this is a spectacular, I say one of the best ones. One of the best soup recipes that I know I saved to do for 2. But of course, if you have a family and you need to double it, go ahead. If you need to triple it, go ahead. You know how soups are. You add in the whole kielbasa. You add in another few potatoes, some more carrots, and before you know it, you know, another whatever stock amount that you need. You'll want to double the flour and the butter roux, so that it's nice and rich and creamy and thick. And yeah, I think you can do that just fine. You'll have absolutely no problem whatsoever. And how about that bread? Oh my goodness, that sourdough bread. Yes, that is probably one of the tallest, highest sourdough breads I have made so far. Yes, it's very, very tall. It had a beautiful, beautiful oven rise to it. If I can get it just right. It's so pretty, so beautiful. I can't wait to crack into it. I really can't. So anyway, well, thank you again for joining me, and I hope that you will enjoy another one of these Amish soup recipes that I'd love to bring to you. Any kind of Amish dish. I have tons of them, so many of them from my Amish mom, Annie. And this Amish Market Kielbasa creamy potato soup, you won't want to miss it. I'm telling you, if you're a souper, S-O-U-P-E-R, you do not want to miss making this soup. I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Thanks again for joining me. Bye now, and Lord bless.